What's going on, guys? Illegal Defense. We're going to get into it. Episode 14, getting into bowl season for college football. A lot of exciting games coming up and a lot of games that we could recap from just last weekend. So,
Yeah. We had all the conference championship games. I guess obviously the most um pressing bit of information were all the games that were relevant for the playoffs. We had a bunch of shakeups. And we could start off with one of the hugest games of the week was the Friday night game that uh, had USC and Utah going at it for the Pac-12 championship. Utah, we know, was had a lot of hype coming into the season. They stumbled a bit, which kind of took them out of playoff consideration. But they were the only team to beat USC this year, and they match up with USC in the playoffs. If USC wins, they get in. If they lose, they're out. It was pretty simple, and yeah, Utah got the job done. Really came to play. Really took it to USC. Caleb Williams had a bit of an injury, kind of hurt his mobility in the pocket, kind of took that aspect of his game away. He still had a pretty good game, but yeah, Utah really came to play here and played a complete game on both sides of the ball. Defensively, they came back and really put the clamps on USC for a while after being down early in the game, and that allowed their offense to kind of get things rolling, and they were able to score enough points to get up to USC's level, and then by the end of the game they just kind of it just snowballed, and and just kind of ran away with the game late. So but yeah, great for Utah. It was the first of the Power 5 games to be played this week of conference champions, and it was a major shakeup, and everyone was waiting to see how Saturday was going to go as a result. So yeah, look, we talked about Utah a lot this year.
yeah.
Solid team, great coach team. Kyle Whittingham is one of the better coaches in college football. Doesn't get a whole lot of name recognition and respect as far as media wise and maybe from other fan bases, but the people who know college football know how good he is. It's probably because he's just been at Utah for so long, and Utah is not maybe thought of as a top tier program.
Right.
But look, he takes those guys, and he
Gets them playing, and they play like really gritty football too.
Right, and this year, they were actually a little less grittier than maybe the usual Utah team, but and that's maybe why they ended up dropping 3 games during the regular season. All those games they lost, by the way, were on the road. They could have easily been in the playoff hunt. A lot of people had them making the playoffs to start off the year, but yeah, I mean, like I said, major shakeup with USC being 4 to close out that playoff, win you're in group after Georgia #1, Michigan #2, TCU #3. We had already had the stage set for Ohio State at 5, Alabama at 6.
Right.
Utah winning pretty much had before Saturday started, Ohio State knew they were pretty much in. Kyle Whittingham even on the post game show, it was mentioned about Ohio State, and he said right on camera, "You're welcome, Ryan Day." So yeah, Utah knew what they were doing. They knew what they were playing for. They definitely spoiled USC's season. If you're the Pac-12, that kind of hurts. You could have had a team in the playoff. That was your one and only shot, and Utah just shot them down.